We all have them. Those little habits we just wish we could shake. From things that are kind of annoying to the ones that are, well, downright gross. Bad habits are just part of being human. So what's the deal with them? What are they really telling us about ourselves? Let's get into it.
So, are you a knuckle cracker? Or maybe you're the person whose foot is always tapping. You might think these are just little quirks, but there's more to it. In this explainer, we're going to break down two main kinds of bad habits. First, those physical tics our bodies do without us even thinking, and second, the behavioral patterns that can really affect the people around us.
All right, let's start with those physical tics. You know the ones. The strange things our bodies seem to do all on their own, almost like they've got a mind of their own.
Knuckle cracking. We all know that sound, right? That crisp, loud pop. I know, it might feel super satisfying to you, but let's be honest, for everyone else in the room, it can be one of the most annoying sounds imaginable. And context is everything here. Picture this. You're in a super important job interview. You're trying to act all confident and professional, but all the interviewer can hear is pop, pop, pop. What message is that sending? I mean, at best, it's distracting. At worst, it just screams that you're nervous.
Okay, let's talk about a really gross one. Nose picking. Some people call it digging for gold. And yeah, while a lot of kids do it, seeing a grown adult with their finger way up their nose is just, it's not a great look, is it? It's one of those things that pretty much everyone agrees is unhygienic and kind of immature.
And then you've got hair twirling. A lot of the time, it's a totally subconscious thing. But imagine you're trying to have a serious conversation with someone, and they're just endlessly wrapping their hair around their finger. It's kind of hard to feel like they're really listening, right? It can totally come across as if they're bored or distracted.
Quick question, how are you sitting right now? Seriously, are you slouching? Because slouching is a super powerful nonverbal signal. Hunching over your desk or slumping in your chair can send a message of, I don't care, or even a lack of confidence, and you haven't even said a word.
And in a work setting, this really matters. Imagine your boss walks past your desk and sees you just slumped over your keyboard. What's their first impression going to be? It probably isn't, wow, look at that dedicated, energetic employee. See? It's a silent habit with some potentially loud professional consequences.
You've definitely seen these people, or hey, maybe you are one of them, the shakers and the tappers, that leg that just won't stop bouncing, or the pen that won't stop clicking. This constant motion is one of the biggest physical giveaways for nervousness and anxiety. Just think about being in a dark movie theater. You're totally into the film, but the entire chair next to you is vibrating because someone is tapping their foot for 2 hours straight. It's absolutely impossible to ignore, and it can completely ruin the experience for everyone around them. So, from knuckle cracking all the way to leg shaking, we've seen how these small, subconscious physical tics can have a really big social impact. But what about the habits that are less about our bodies and more about our actual behavior?
Okay, let's shift gears and look at behavioral patterns. Now, these habits go way beyond simple tics. These are actions that directly shape how we interact with the world and, the people in it.
Cursing. Look, for some people, it's just how they talk with their friends. But a casual F-bomb habit can easily slip out in the wrong place, like, say, a professional meeting or a job interview, where it can make you seem really unprofessional and even offensive.
And then there's road rage, which takes that anger to a whole new and, frankly, dangerous level. This isn't just muttering about the person who cut you off. We're talking about aggressive, confrontational anger that puts everybody on the road at risk.
All right, here's a really key distinction: being a slacker versus procrastinating. They sound similar, but they're not the same thing. A slacker tries to get out of work by pushing it onto somebody else, like asking your coworker to finish your part of a project. A procrastinator, on the other hand, still plans to do the work themselves. They just, put it off until the very last second.
Now for what might be the single most common bad habit of the 21st century. Phubbing. Come on, we've all seen it, and let's be real, we've all done it. It's when you ignore a real live person standing right in front of you because you're looking at your phone.
The word itself is actually a mix of phone and snubbing, and honestly, that's the perfect way to describe it. Every time we do it, we're sending a crystal clear message. Whatever's happening on this little screen is way more important than you are right now.
Think about it. In a relationship, you're trying to connect with your partner, maybe telling them about your day, and their eyes are just glued to a screen. It feels awful, doesn't it? It's not just distracting, it's a pretty deep form of disrespect. It's just plain rude. So from cursing and road rage to procrastinating and that modern plague of phubbing, these behavioral habits have a direct impact on our relationships and our responsibilities. So what's the common thread here? What connects all these physical tics and behavioral patterns? Well, it really all boils down to awareness and the powerful unspoken messages we send out every single day.
Here's the bottom line. Most of these habits happen on total autopilot, but their impact is very, very real. Whether we mean to or not, they're broadcasting messages about our professionalism, our respect for other people, and even what's going on with us emotionally.
And that leaves us with a little challenge for you. Think about your own unconscious habits for a second. The foot tapping, the slouching, that quick glance at your phone during a conversation. What unspoken message are you sending out into the world?